Hi there, it's Laurence Bradford from Learn to Code with Me. I don't have that much time. I'm actually taking an Arduino class tonight in a bit, but I haven't made a video in a week and I didn't want to get out of touch, I guess you could say. So the last time we were talking about spans, and that's basically just adding a style right in line um, to your HTML. And again, the span the HTML and the CSS connect. Okay, great. So this is just a little example where we made the one color or the one word red with the span, the class of red. Okay, awesome. Now we're going to talk about pseudo classes, but first, let's go back to my code. Okay, I added this in for the example, the pseudo classes. Let's not worry about that yet. But what I do want to do is clean up some of this code because it's just, when you, for instance, you go to the site, look at it, it just kind of looks like a disaster, doesn't it? So I'm going to pause this and I'm going to clean this up. BRB. Okay, so this looks a lot better so far. Let's see, is there anything else weird? Red, we don't need that. We don't need big text. Let me see, is there big text anywhere in here? Nope. Nope. Okay, so, I got rid of centered because I didn't think that was really necessary. Let's refresh. Okay, so yeah, now it's pretty vanilla, as someone I know would say. So let's add a link back in here because I took it out before. So hold on one second. Okay, so we're adding a link back in here. Ooh. Here's a little bit about me. Let's add another P. My name is Laurence Bradford. Here is my, now I'm going to press A, tab, so that gets it ready for a link. http laurence.bradford.com. Here is my blog. Exclamation point. Let's go back. Whoa, oh, because I added that in, I forgot about that. So this is what the link looks like, okay? So let's click this. Okay, and now let's go back. Okay, so the reason why this link, now I'm going to add, does anyone remember what this does? Target equals underscore blank. This opens it in a new tab. So now, refresh, click, see, look, it goes to a new tab, which is cool. Okay, so, where was I? Okay, so this is, okay, a pseudo class is a way to add a style to a link, okay? So this is for an unvisited link, a:link. Visited would be a:visited, and then hover, and then active. So now I feel like this does a weird job kind of showing you how this works with these colors, so I want to change it. So a link would be unvisited, visited. Let's make it red. Hover, active. Okay, let's see how this looks. Okay, because that's visited, that's more obvious now. It's red. Now if that didn't work. Oh, it knows. Okay, well, remember it was green before, now it's red because it's visited? That's a change. Okay, going back to my slide. A hover must come after the a:link, and then visited after. Okay, so basically it's, okay, I'm sorry. This is saying the order of which these go is important for the CSS. So you would want the A link first, and then the visited, then the hover, and the active must be last. So the active, here, let's do for this active, let's make it really obvious. Let's do white, because we won't be able to see it then. Refresh. See, I think this is weird. Okay. It's really hard to tell, but look at when I first click it, it turns white. Do you see that? It's because it's active. All right, I'll be completely honest. I use hovers all the time. That's like such an important thing. You know, when you hover over like as such, right? You see on all these really awesome websites that it changes colors, or there's other effects that can happen with the hover. It doesn't have to just be color. Sometimes I use the active. I mostly use the active when it comes with a navigation bar. Let's actually go to because I can show you an example of this with my site, example of me using that. And then with visited, I really never do visited. I actually can't recall a time I've ever did an A visited. So for instance, now let's inspect the element. Okay, so you can see here it says A, hover, and then this is the background color when you hover, and the color would be the font color white, right? So if I unclick that, see, just the font changes. Okay, so now if I go to this page, if I click the About page, okay, I didn't have to X out of that, but whatever. Press Inspect Element. Okay, so now here you can see, and this is just some WordPress thing, like don't worry about this beginning, but you can see dot active A, that means when active, the background color is blue. And so this, because this page is active right now, the About page, the background color is blue. So if I unclick it, it goes away, color, the font white, changes back to normal, right? And I have this set up on all of that, on all the menu links in the navigation. So same situation here. I have it set as an active to be this kind of, I don't know, like a turquoisey color. And it's also the same when you hover it. So that's an example of when I use the A active. Otherwise, when I'm just doing a normal link, kind of like here, right, just in the website, I don't do an A visited or an active, because so say if I click on this, right, there's no indication that I clicked on it. All right, anyway, that's just what I do. I don't know, maybe other people use the A active and the A visited. As I said, I do use the A active like with the navigation bar, but aside from that, I really don't use the A visited. Okay, so I hope this didn't confuse you too much. Basically, these pseudo classes are just ways to style links, and then you can use some really crazy stuff with CSS. Like if you look up CSS hovers, this is funny. This is actually an entire site just with like cool hovers. That's a video. I haven't seen that. I mean, look. That's intense, right? See, that's a cool hover. Now she has video. She used to do this like with like code pen. Okay, this is what I mean. So look at this. So when I hover, it moves. Then it's supposed to show a picture, which I guess doesn't appear anymore. And she gives you, this is Sass, she gives you the Sass, and then she gives you the HTML as well, and like how to achieve it. Anyway, again, there's some really cool stuff you can do with hovers, as you can see here, right? Things are like spinning around and whatnot. All right, anyway, I'm gonna I'm gonna go now, and I should be back again next week. I feel bad I haven't been as active with this, but I've been so busy lately, and I really want to get into videos where I'm not just doing this kind of stuff, where I'm kind of maybe talking about one thing in particular that I've been maybe struggling with like coding, like something with, Ruby on Rails. That's what I've mostly been learning right now. I also began doing a website project where I'm using Sass, and that's the first time I'm using Sass. So I've been learning some stuff with that. Sass is a lot like CSS, but I feel like there's certain things I could be doing better, and I'm not. And as far as like the styling goes and the way that I'm setting up and organizing the documents, I feel like I could be more efficient. So anyhow, that was a long goodbye, but see you next time.